What up, dudes? How's everybody doing? Just give it a minute, let everybody get situated. Get in. I'm sure it's gonna be a little bit before we start seeing some population here. I'm sure there's a lot of people eating dinner. What's up, Anthony Pecoraro, Chris, Brady Cure, Logan Bailey's, Fun with Trains, Aaron Hurst, Dash 9s are cool. What up, dudes? Justin Cook, Mr. the Conductor, Rails of the World is here, April Purdue, Canadian Train Dude, what's up, guys? Trevor Trains, Colin Carnhan, sorry, my eyes are a little blurry. How's the audio, guys? Everything good? Hopefully you're hearing me. I'm not just talking to myself thinking you can hear me, because that has happened before. Catherine Mobley, hello. All right, I'm gonna switch the transition over. Now you can see me. And you can hear me. Perfect. That's even better. I really need to move this mic. This is like really irritating. Not in the right place, but I don't have a very big desk, so this is what I gotta deal with. Get it angled properly. It's kind of drifting on me. Hold on. You guys get to watch on the webcam as I fight with my mic. Hopefully I don't break it. I'm doing this. Oh, that's loosening. Tyler Chaleski, what's up? Craig Bishop, Victor. Oh, come on. So we're going to be doing some building. We're going to be doing some building today. Trainsman 54, what's up? Got a lot of work to do so that I can actually get this route out to you guys. Hopefully very soon. So let me look at my list here and I'll tell you, I'll list off the things that need to get done before this can be released. Let me bring up my to-do list. All right, let's see. P and B, where's my Trello card? All right, so things that are left to do here. We've got some mainline detailing to do around Vonnie. We've got crossings to do around Vonnie. I've got to do some interactive industries around Old Town and Vonnie. We've got all the crossings to do in Vonnie and Old Town. We've got interactive industries there as well. Junietta, we just have to do some scenicking. Mill Creek, we've got crossings and scenery around the mine and scenery along the main line. And then we also have speed limits and signaling. So I think that's a pretty comprehensive list of what is left to get done before release. So what I'm thinking, whoa. Are we? Yeah, okay. So what I'm thinking I want to get started with, Terry Bolden's here. What's up, man? I'm just catching up on the chat here. All right, so I think what we're gonna do. Oh, by the way, my mouse is still not where you think it is. It's off, and I've been troubleshooting it, and I think it is because I have a 4K monitor and a 1080 monitor, and if I move my game window over to the 1080 monitor, the mouse lines up. But if I have it on the 4K monitor, which is where it is now, the mouse is off by it's scaled disproportionately. So it is not where it looks. So sorry about that. I have to save my monies and get another 4K monitor, and then hopefully that will resolve that issue. Oh, we got 40 people watching right now. That's awesome. I thought it would be a little bit less since it's dinner time at the moment. Here's what I want to get started with today. We have a bit of a scenery gap over here. We got to do something with this lot. We've got this empty space over here. I'm motioning with my with my mouse, but after I get done telling you guys that my mouse cursor is not where it is. Anyway, so this main gap here, we've got to deal something with that. We need to deal with this over here, this empty space. Trainman54 says that the mouse thing might be settings with my streaming software. Yeah, I played around with that a little bit. I tried setting it from 1080 to 4K, and all it did was rescale the game. And when I scaled it back, it didn't do anything. So yeah, we've got this gap here that we're looking at. This is at the end of the shopping district. So we're either gonna put another shopping something or another, some kind of a, I don't know, another mall or grocery store or something like that there, or we could scenic it. I haven't decided yet. I don't know what to do with this asphalt area. I think I was considering putting maybe like a fire station in there. Somebody had suggested doing that. So that might be an option. And then I also, what I want to try to do during this stream is, I've been doing the crossings off camera, and I've placed down, I'm switching over to TRC, by the way, if you haven't followed my my Twitter or anything. I'm switching over to TRC, and I've replaced them with the old crossings with the TRC crossings. I haven't set these up yet, but they are there, so we could set them up at some point and do a little bit of that. I don't like the load on these. If you look at this one, the gate that's a little bit further away, now it just rendered in. When it renders out, it just looks like a cardboard cutout. It's like super flat. That's the only thing I don't like about these. But they're all that works at the moment. Andy Martinez, glad you can make it as well. Welcome. So TRC, for those of you who don't know, is instead of using the Atlas or ATLS, whatever crossing system that I did my tutorial on a little while ago, this is a different system. I can probably demo it for you quick. Basically, the way it works is, this is the only trigger you need, just this one right here that says close. And you place it on either side of your crossing. It has to be pointing towards the gates. And essentially it detects the train and the speed of the train, and it'll lower the gates accordingly. If the train stops, it'll put the gates back up. If the train reverses direction, the gates will go back up. And it'll do that all the way up until I think the train crosses the actual, the trigger, the sensor itself. So it's much more realistic in how it works. And it really helps when you're doing switching. So let me show you quickly in Old Town. So I'm going to show you how this works right here in Old Town quickly before we get into building. It's a good way to get started because it usually takes me a minute to actually get in the zone during these streams. So here's our example. Let me get rid of that. So I set this up with TRC. The trigger for the TRC is right around where the flanger is. So it's right about here at the center of the camera. If I start going with the engine, the gates will go off. The crossing lights. So the crossing lights are going. Traffic is stopped. Train's pulling up. Now, if I stop the train, the gates will open up. Well, these don't have gates. The flashes will go off in just a second. So, train is right there. Crossing is off. Now, if I start the train up again, the signals begin to go off again. So if there was traffic here, you would see that the traffic gets stopped and blocked. Let's pull up all the way into the station. Speed up a little tiny bit. So let's say we pull all the way up to here. We've got it. It's on the camera. Let's stop. It may not time out. I might have gone too far. Let's see. It depends. So let's see what this cop car does if he goes through. I think it's still triggered. Now, if we change direction, it should open up the crossing. There we go. So now the cop car goes through, crossing is open. If I stop here, the crossing should be open and the gates or the crossing lights turn off. But the second I start to go forward again, I hit it just once, there it goes, it triggers it. So it's a pretty nice way to, it's a really realistic way to trigger your crossings. And this works in both directions. And what's nice is it's really great for switching areas. So if, you know, in an area like this where there's a lot of blocking the crossing, and the last time we did a live stream, we switched out the lumber company here. And we were blocking the crossing and we wanted to break the train in half, but it totally screwed up all the Atlas triggers. So doing it this way, it will not do that. So if we pull up again, here's another crossing I had set up. We could stop short. Now if we stop here, this crossing will go off, or will turn off. Let's give it a second. It takes a second to time out. So this car should just go right through. Yep. Perfect. So the gates are off. This one is turned off as well because we've cleared it, but if I start to reverse it, it'll immediately sense it and set off the signal again. So super awesome. It's super easy to set up. It's a little confusing at first, but it's definitely very, very useful. So that is my conclusion. That is my demonstration of the TRC crossing system. Can I do a video on how to install them? Yeah, I could do a tutorial on the TRC for sure. I think that would probably be a big hit. So this is kind of, it's been around for a little bit, I think, but the only downside that I've seen so far with the TRC system is that your crossings, you're limited to, where are we here? So literally this, it's just this crossing and then this one. And I think there's some more on the download station, but they're not individual like this. Like this isn't connected to the actual crossing. The ones that are on the download station are like this kind where it's already pre-configured. Oops. So, and there's not a whole lot of different style options. So hopefully somebody starts making some other TRC compatible stuff. But it's really not that difficult to set up. Where did you get them from? There is a TRC website. Let's see, let me grab it. I'll put it in the chat. Give me 1 second. Go to my bookmarks. So here's the link. I'm going to put it in the chat. Will the crossing gates from Reggie's trains work with this? I don't think so. I'm not, unless they're TRC programmed. They have to be either right. They have to be coded or whatever it is, programmed properly to do that. So I don't know. I'm gonna guess no. What is cool about them though is that they will work with any traffic stopper. So you can use any regular old traffic stopper and it'll still work. So that's cool. Zeb, hey, what's up, dude? Welcome. Welcome to the stream. 60 people watching. That is awesome. Very, very good. All right, so yeah, some of the other things that we need to do is I want to connect up some of these intersections so that the traffic doesn't just disappear and stuff like that. But I want to get started with this area. This is the first thing I want to do. And I think what we're going to do, I want to see first if there's a good fire department that I have. I think I used this one in Vonnie. I don't like that one with the photos like on the front of it. Not the greatest. Let me, I think I have the download station open. Bring that on my other window. Let's just see. We're gonna do little asset searching, and there's not a whole lot on here for fire department. German fire department. I don't want to spend too much time like searching for assets because that's kind of boring. Very boring, actually. This one looks good. Let's see, which one was it? Oops. Grab the tree. Doesn't really look much like a fire department, but it is a decent looking building. If I just type in fire. What's up, Carlos? Welcome. Thanks for joining us, man. Oh, so fire station is the other, that's the other thing that you could search by. But I don't know necessarily if a fire station is going to look good here. Ooh, that's a big one. So that's kind of why I left this blank, was because I really had no idea what to put here. I was at a loss, hoping you guys will help me work through it. Because maybe a fire station is not what belongs here. Maybe it's something else. Fire hose, fire engine. I didn't want to do, I was thinking, somebody had mentioned a like not car storage, but like trailer storage or something like that. So I could do something like that, but I don't know. I feel like that's boring. We should do something fun. Not that it's boring, but I mean, there's so many other options that we could do, and I feel like I've got plenty of those sort of parking lot. I feel like that's all I do is place parking lots in this game. Do a lot of parking lot placement. Parking lot plopping. Got some nice fire trucks, though. Not that one. Why is that so bright? Some of these assets, like, break just so randomly sometimes. Like, I feel like I've used that one before, and it was pretty nice. Sports arena. Medical clinic. Parking garage. Concert complex. Does that stuff exist? A school could work. A school could be not a bad idea, although that I don't know if there would be a school like on the backside of this commercial district. That's why I was thinking something like a fire department, or maybe, like you said, a medical facility. Could be good. But you know what? Maybe this would work as a fire department. Let's play for a minute. Play with this a little bit. Think about it. You guys have some really great suggestions, but how much of this stuff is actually realistically available in the game to use, you know? I like your ideas for sure. But there's so few assets out there sometimes for what we need. This is what I just downloaded. I think if we put a couple fire trucks like in the area here, it might look a little bit better. I'm trying to picture a fire truck, firehouse in my head. Throw a couple of these guys down. Get rid of that one. There was a fire training tower. That would be a good idea. I did see that somewhere. It's another decent... Are these two the same? Oh, it is the same fire truck. I'm like, oh, that looks good. Of course it looks good. I already put it down. All right, so let's see. Fire... What was that called? I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I don't even read what the asset title is. I just click on... Let's see what that looks like. That's not bad. I just kind of like go through it one at a time and look. This is interesting. A little too... I was gonna say, a little too like Japanese sort of looking. That was before I saw the writing on there. Where are you? I know I saw the fire tower thing. There it is. Yeah, we could use this. Too bad it's not actually like burning. That'd be kind of neat. When you guys build, do you build like at this angle, or do you get lower? I feel like I'm always like at SimCity angle, like way up. Let's see. We'll put this over. We'll put this over here. So let's see, a training facility. What would that look like? Volunteer fire department, or regular fire department rather. We don't want to go too detail crazy, because like I said, being like in the back behind. I guess we're not too far away from the tracks, but I don't want to go too detailed because already over here there's so much going on that it's gonna crush the frame rates, I think. Sorry, I'm alternating between seltzer and coffee. It's a good combination. All right, let's see. So move that guy there. Excuse me. Brian the Train Guy says he subscribes. Thank you. Much appreciated. All right, I gotta pay attention. Stay focused. Stay focused. Sometimes I get distracted by what you guys are saying in the chat. We want to put a fence back there. I'm gonna divide this out a little bit. And then get rid of the grid. What we need is... Now, the fact that I lost my pick list means that I'm gonna be flying all over the place, so sorry about that. I'm gonna have to... I probably should rebuild my pick list while I'm doing this, actually. I think it's gonna be the best bet. Sidewalk medium 4-foot, that's what I use constantly. We need more assets like that, like sort of mini sidewalks, curbs, that sort of deal. Let's see, we'll put this here. You don't want to block the fire trucks, but I want to give them a little... Is this even? No. What happened to this building? I thought I had it rotated properly. I guess not. I guess I was dreaming. Go, 180, perfect. All right, let's see. We got that. We do want to have an American flag. Where would that be? Let's just put it over here for now. We're gonna just kind of work this out, work through it. What would this look like? I'm gonna do a little something like this, little trickery. I think make a little that is not square even slightly. We're gonna make a little I don't know what you call it, little planter kind of. Line these up. I wish there was one that had square edges to it. That would definitely help things out quite a bit, in my opinion. There we go. That looks cool. Let's move this over here. So I don't know. This is just kind of how I build things. It's hard to tell, like in a video. It looks like I just whip right through stuff, but for the most part, I do spend a good amount of time just staring at it and messing around with different options, and then trying to figure out exactly what works, and imagining in my head what would be there, or you know, where this is, how this would look in real life, what its function is. Throw a little grassy down. Maybe two grassies. That looks good. And let's lower it a little bit because it wouldn't really be overgrown. This is going to be a well-maintained area, right? And we need a shrub. We'll do something like this. That looks cool. Maybe flowers, even? I guess it would just be flower. I always search for things in plural. I'm looking for flowers, but really it's a flower in there. Not like that. Flower garden. Flower stall. Flower lavender. Those are nice, but they're too big. Yeah, flower yellow. Why not? Let's do this. Boom, boom. Ooh, I don't want to grab that grassy. Put one more down. One thing that I wish this game would add, and I didn't notice it until somebody had mentioned it to me, is that when you're grabbing an asset, you can't preview where it is. Like, you click and then it shows up. But like, if you look at like City Skylines, you can see what it is you're gonna place. You know, it's kind of like, it should look like this, you know, when you're about to place it, and then you let go and then it places. I don't know. That would just be a nice thing to have in the game, because otherwise you don't even know what it's going to look like or how big it is until you place it. So it'd be cool to have a preview of it like on your cursor. But whatever. Not my game. I just mess around with it. So we got some, I don't know what that is. I thought those were dumpsters, but I guess they're not. So I was trying to decide if that was actually, you know what? I think we have this building backwards, don't we? Well, that screws things up. Yeah, I think that was the back of the building. So let's do this. I'm going to rework this just a little tiny bit. I'm going to do the same thing. We're just going to move. We're going to move this. You guys is snapping at me right now. Let's move this. Let's hope there's no emergencies while we're doing this. I wonder if I can copy and paste this. Let's try this, guys. This is going to be fun. This is always a fun experiment. Let's see what we can copy and paste today. Okay. We didn't get the splines. Let's try again. Didn't get the splines that time. I don't know what the trick is to getting the splines. I think you need to, like, grab it like this. Yeah, but it's not gonna paste it where we want it to, because it's just gonna snap around like a fool. Of course. Okay, so we'll just drag everything down. One fire truck is a British design. This one? Yeah, that is, isn't it? Gone. Get rid of it. I don't want it. I'll have to see if there's another one out there. All right, so we got to move this. I guess that would make more sense, though. Hi, where'd you come from? I don't know how that showed up. We're going to move this down. And apparently holding shift doesn't... Is this really not working now? Interesting. I was holding shift and it seemed like it was it wasn't actually doing what it was supposed to do. All right, let's delete. And then what size? I should have looked at what size this was. So we'll go from here. It'll be a slightly different scale, I guess. That's okay. That's okay. We can drag this down. Put that right in the middle. That'll be nice. It's a little bit bigger. I'm okay with that. Move our flowers over a little bit. Easy peasy. That was not a big deal at all. And then we just need to retexture it. How about some greener grass? That would be nice. Nice green grass. Yeah, there we go. Maybe like that. That'll be good. Let's just grab this, get that out of there, erase it. It's just like erasing. I hate that I can't get it perfectly in there, but it is what it is. So. Let's see. Did I get hotfix 1 patch? Yes, I did, and it seems to have fixed some things and broken other things, as it usually does. But so far, it's been okay. It seems like the game is running a little bit more smoothly. So, too bad that garage door is not open. We could put him like halfway in there. But it's nothing, not a big deal. Hotfix 1 seems to have fixed some things. Still waiting for whatever it'll be, Service Pack 3 or Hotfix 2 or whatever the heck they're going to call it next time, so that we can get Rail Driver, because that'll just make me so happy. So happy. All right, what am I doing? Focus. Yeah, all right. Well, that's that. That works. So what we need to do then is we're going to extend this down, I think. Bring that down to the end. And we're going to fence this off. We have, right where I live, I don't live too far away from the airport out here, and there is a fire department I guess it's the fire department, the airline fire department. They have a testing thing there, or whatever you would call it, but they have like burned up planes and actually some burned up tank cars, like rail tank cars, and all kinds of cool stuff like that. So I guess they can train there. So I've seen this before. Usually I have a big fence around it. Maybe we want to do a barbed wire, actually. Nah, that's too formal. Or too, I don't know what the word would be. Not the right one. Now let's do this. We want to do the ground. The ground around this place should be burned up pretty good. So let's add in a little bit of like ashy looking stuff, which is actually just coal. We'll mix up some textures, see which one looks the best. How's my scale? A little too particularly granular. Nope. I think we're just gonna go mostly with that first one there. And then we can blend it with a little bit more of that asphalt texture. Is my... Oh, I wish there was a way to know if I was on a 5 grid or a 10 grid. Because I always assume that I'm on a 5, but sometimes I'm on a 10. I was on a 5. And I think this was the other one. Nope. What was the other one that doesn't look so granular? This one? Yeah. Alright, that's cool. I wonder if there's like a burned up house. Let's see. What is this? Interesting. Okay, we're gonna look for smoking ground fire. It'd be cool if this was actually... Oh, that's neat. I was gonna say, that would be kind of neat if this was... We could do this like as a building on fire. Giving me some ideas here. I'm looking for like a burned up house or something like that. Would be pretty cool. Firebox. Fire trucks, fire station, fire hydrant. Oh man, let's see, where are we? Fire command thing, blah blah blah. What's this? Drum fire. Nope. We've got some firemen we could at least put down that are going to eat up our polygon count pretty good, but that's okay. We'll just throw a few down. Just for effect. Good enough. Actually, going back to that reminds me, going back to the fire department training thing next to the airport. When I was living down in Brooklyn, I was driving home from a job that was out on Long Island, and it was kind of Long Island, but it was out past JFK Airport. So when I was coming back, I had to drive past JFK, and as I was approaching JFK, I saw a plane go overhead that was coming in for a landing. And after it passes overhead, it goes out of view, like going towards the airport. And I was like, oh, cool, neat, airplane, whatever. And then a few seconds later, I see all this smoke like coming up into the sky. And I was like, oh my God, I just saw a plane crash, or like a plane just crashed like right out of my view. And I was freaking out, and I was like, oh my God, as I get closer, I'm getting closer to the smoke. I'm driving towards it. I'm like, holy crap, am I going to see like a plane wreck in front of me? I was like, the one thing that scares the crap out of me is I'm terrified to fly. So just the thought of seeing that just scared me to death. And as I get closer, more and more smoke. I'm like, oh man. I get right up to the edge of the end of the runway, and I see the fire department is there. And I'm like, oh. And then it was a burning carcass, one of those training planes that's already on the ground and already like, whatever, it's just a training thing, and they had it on fire. They must have lit it up after the plane landed and blew past it, so that the smoke wasn't like in the flight path or something like that. But man, that really freaked me out. I took a video of my phone because I didn't think anybody was gonna believe me. It's like, oh gosh, so lucky. Got my heart beating though. All right, so maybe not. Maybe we're not gonna do whatever it was I was looking for here. Fire. Maybe look for house on fire. Well, I feel like that would be, I searched fire, so that should be something in here. Maybe on the download station, let's just search download station real quick. I got it open. Maybe if I search, like you said, house fire or something. There's too many options here. Airport firehouse. Nope. 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 Some firehouse buildings, but not any buildings on fire. Old house on fire. Oh, here we go. Let's see what this one looks like. Yeah, we could use this. This is kind of neat. This kind of looks like Dorothy's house from Wizard of Oz. So let's move our firemen over there. Maybe that's what they're doing. They're not training on the tower today. They're training on this thing. There we go. Cool. Now let's bring our fence. We probably want to have the... Oh, shut up, this stupid thing. Probably want to have this as a regular fence. You know what? Let's do this one as a barbed wire. We don't want people screwing around back there. Click on the thing. There we go. We will line it up since it won't let me actually connect it. Cool. We got that. And then we should probably have, I don't know, is there debris or something like that? We should throw some stuff around on the ground over here. Or maybe NASCARs and Trains Shark Rippington wants me to give him a shout out. How's that? That's quite the name. I'll give you a shout out just for that. All right. What am I doing? Lost my train of thought here. I need more fire type assets. What I wanted was like a hose or something like that. Fire hose. Anything like that? No. I don't know what this is, but this looks like it might fit. Fire hose, perfect. We'll put you here. All right, so we got that. That's an asset we can have. We'll move you down. Is there a fire hydrant? What is this? Oh my God, look at this fire truck. What is this thing? Snorkel. Oh my God. Gone. I want to delete that right from the game. What are you? You're just a white fire hydrant. There we go. We'll use this one. And we'll put it right... Hello! We'll put it right here next to the fire hose building. Almost completely unnecessary because you're not really ever going to see it too much, but whatever, it's fine. Trying to think if we have like a wood pile. Something like that we could just kind of scatter around a little bit. That smoke is going to cause so much lag. All right, that's cool. And then we just need to finish off. Let's do this actually before we go any further, because it's irritating me that this pavement is just one uniform looking thing. So we're gonna add some cracks. Dirty it up a little bit. That's what you gotta do. There we go. I really like these cracked asphalt asset, whatever. This is like made my day when I found these. Mix them up a little tiny bit, get some really cool effects. All right, and then once we get this done, I will be happy. We need to put something over here too. Oops. Clicked out of the game. And then we could add some light spots too. I'm gonna have to put some buildings or something. Oh, you know what? I was gonna put now I remember what I was gonna put there. I think that's where I was gonna put the whatchamacallit, the parking thing for the trucks. So what we'll do is we're gonna break this up right here. Bring that to there. Break our fence here. We're gonna delete this. And then we're gonna bring both of these fences and sidewalk piece to here. Well, we can go up to here. And we'll bring this one back to here, just like that. Cool. And then we can put some like parked trucks and whatever else over here. Let's close this off too. Go something like that. That seems good. That's closed off. That's the entryway back there. Cool. And then we've got our burning building causing lag and all that kind of stuff. Can I place trees to hide the edge of the map? Well, I think what's going to happen over here is that I'm going to put down 1 or 2 more baseboards and like a staging yard. And I think I might just hide it with a backdrop or something like that until we decide to build something else over here. But I think that's going to be how this is going to get closed off for now. That's my hunch at least. Whoa. You guys seeing that? What happened to my textures here? Why did that happen? Oh, now it's gone. Very weird. All right, let's add some trucks. In Joe's world, everything causes lag. Yeah, I mean, this game is a lag machine. Absolutely a lag machine. So I think we'll just squeeze... No, not FedEx. We're going to squeeze a few trailers back here. Like generic type trailers. Oh, we got these modular things too. Did I think I don't remember if I rebuilt my... Nope. I couldn't remember if I rebuilt my pick list for the trailers that I used to use. There was like a couple of generic looking trailers that were pretty good. That's a good one. That's a good plain one. I don't want anything that's like, you know, FedEx or UPS or something like that. That's fine. We'll do a couple of those. All right, so we'll just slap these guys back here. Huntman 2252, what up, dude? Welcome. I don't think definitely not going to park a trailer like that. There's absolutely no way. So we're going to flip them this way. We'll just throw a couple of these guys back there. I feel like I see this all over the place. Just trailers just parked willy-nilly. We'll do just those two. We'll put these guys over here. Wham, bam. I wish there was a few, maybe there's some, I don't know what I would search under, like a delivery truck. Let's try that. I don't think I've had luck with this before. Like a 20-foot box truck or 30-foot box truck, something like that. So, yeah, how would these guys get out? I mean, theoretically, we don't know what's over here, so we can, I guess, slide this down a little tiny bit. Some of these some of these things, they're like parked back there long term. They ain't going anywhere for a long time. They're trucks that are just out of service. Whatever. What am I looking for? Delivery truck. Yeah, Hostess Cakes. I used to, when I lived in New York City, one of my jobs, I had to drive a truck. And we parked in a lot, or the lot that we parked in that I had to go park the stupid truck in that thing is way out of scale, was horrible. It was just like this, where you'd look at it and be like, how in the world is anybody going to get in or out of there? And there was plenty of times where I'd hop in the truck and I'd ask myself, how in the world am I going to get out of here today? And it was always a puzzle to try to figure out how to get into that space or how to get out of that space. But we did it. I did it. It was never easy, but you'd be surprised, man. Some of these trucks, they just cram them in there in some of these lots. They don't care. Ooh, hold on. Sorry, I'm trying to check out the chat. Train Boy Logan, what up, dude? All right, anyway. Yeah, I think that's like a decent sort of background thing. I don't know what's going to happen after over here, but for the edge of the map, I think we're not in bad shape. Let's just fill that in a little tiny bit. I don't like seeing grass come out onto the asphalt like that. There we go. All right, that's cool. You know what we should do too? We can do, let's dirty this up even more a little bit. Vegetation. We're going to dirty this up a little bit more. We're just going to add a few of these light, dry, short things here. Can even, no, maybe not. And maybe a shrub or two, just to show that this is like a really underused lot. We could even put a couple back here. Yeah, just to show you guys that this, not to show you guys, but to illustrate that this could be like a long-term parking lot. Some of this stuff is just gonna be here for a really long time. Ain't going nowhere. So let's see. This is my favorite. This is probably one of my favorite textures. Merva 16. I mentioned it before. Just add just a little bit. It's tough to work it into a small area. No, I wanted to pick the thing. What are you doing? Why is this not working? Pick? I'm clicking way out of the way. Is it because I'm on search? Yeah, that's a bug right there. Try to do something like that. Maybe we add a little shrub. Happy little shrub. Actually, it's probably not too happy if it's right next to this burning building. We need a brownish, greenish, yellowish one. I think they're called green yellow. Yeah, small. Cool. We'll put one over here. And we'll do another one or two over here. Why not? Cool. I think that's a decent background structure, background setup. Yeah, I mean, for a background area, I think we're good. It fits. Although these garage doors back here kind of bother me because what are you gonna do? You're not gonna get out of there. I guess I could move this fence. But yeah, that's what I'll do. Well, no, we got doors back here. No, I think we're fine. We're good. I don't want to overthink it. It's not necessary. Put some trash down. I could put some trash down. Yeah, why not? Why not? If you guys haven't already, go download this derelict stuff by Dinorius Redundicus. He's got some cool stuff. Where's my newspapers? That's what I like to use. I don't want to go too crazy. Just do something like this. Not a stack. I just want loose ones. Yeah, it dirties it up decently. Could throw a, let's do a, clear that. Grassy D. I'll just throw like one or two there. There we go. That's good. All right. Obviously, there's a lot more details we could put on this scene. We could add more light posts, and actually, we should probably add some cars too to this road. Do I want to go that far? Probably. probably. We should add a few. Oh, while we're here... I hate doing this part, but... Let's try it. Let's try to connect these roads quick. I don't remember what the good invisible road is. I think it's invisible road, high traffic. And I think that this should work if we do this properly. I think cars are still gonna form. Oh, so, I'm not an expert on how this works at all. So he goes that way. He'll go straight. But these cars on this road, on the straight one here, they want to go to the end. The end. How do we do that? Yeah, you're right. Power poles. Yeah, screw that. Screw this invisible road thing for now. We'll come back to that. I gotta figure that out. Where's my power poles? What do I usually use? I don't remember what ones I've been using. Not that one. Yeah, I don't know how I forgot the power poles. I'm usually pretty good about that. You guys have a recommendation for good ones? I forgot which ones I was using since my pick lists are gone. Now I'm just lost. Totally lost. Probably these JR ones. But these are, I think, are telegraph, yeah. Visual noise, hey! Yeah, you've been taking notes. Somebody knows. Somebody knows my terminology. That's too big. That's too big. Power key. All right, you know what? Let me just find. Wait, here we go. They're right here. What are these? These are the jointed rail. They're telegraph poles. Can you guys tell that these are telegraph poles? Is there really a difference? Can I use these? Is anybody gonna notice? I'm gonna use them. Let's see. They're usually pretty close to the side of the road. Bring it to there, and then clip it into that. Oh, come on. All right, we're just gonna bring this. Okay, that's cool. Let's bring this over to this side. Just for some visual displacement. There we go. I'm gonna make that go straight though. Cool, cool. Yep. I think we're getting the visual noise going, guys. We gotta straighten this one out too. Here we go. Look good. And then let's just bring it over here, and then I'm gonna end it like in the trees. I'm not gonna continue that on for forever. And we gotta move this pole. The only way I know how to do that is to make it into a spline point and then move it wherever you need it. Do the same thing here too. Cool, 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 cool. That's looking good. All right. All right, so there's a difference with the telegraph poles, but I'll leave these for now. I mean, because I think that they look good. They look old and beat up and stuff, so. And I've been using them, and at this point, At this point, I can't turn back. There's too many. This one looks more like a telegraph pole to me because it's got more of the branches on it, but I haven't really used those too much. Just the 2-branch one. Straighten the splines on the straight road. Not sure what splines you're referring to. Did I mess something up somewhere? Everything looks pretty straight to me. All right, so that's good. What are we doing over here? What's this gonna be? These edge of the map things are just kind of irritating to me. So this road, I don't think I'm gonna continue this big 4-lane road. So I think it's just gonna end here, or I could continue it. I don't know. What do you guys think? What's your opinions here? Give me some thoughts. A park, a movie theater. The TRC link did not work. That's weird. I don't want to do another park because I mean, we've got the Railfan Park is right down at the other end of this Home Depot, so we're going to put 2 parks in the same neck of the woods. I mean, I could, but I think maybe what I'll do is... All right, first we need to deal with the road system here because that's... First things first. So, you know what? We could do this... I just realized. Let's do this really easily. Simply. Let's do this simply. Who was it? Anthony made a point before that I should add some trees over here. So let's do that. Let's just take this road. You guys all have really good suggestions though. A school, that's good. Movie theater, I like it. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna just take this road and it's just gonna go wherever, doesn't matter, who cares? It's going off into the distance, off into the sunset. And I think what we're gonna do is just add some terrain. And then just throw some scenery on it. And I think that's gonna be the way to go. I think that's gonna be our answer. Go a little bit bigger. And we'll just throw some background trees on it. I think that'll do it. Should probably raise this up a little bit more too. I hate these edge of the layout situations. Very tricky. It's hard to decide what to do. There we go. Delete the middle spline point. This one. Like that. It's kind of got a weird curve to it now, though. I think the problem is that it needs another spline point, and then that needs to be straight, and then that'll make the road at least a little bit more of a proper bend, sort of. An easy bend. Oh yeah, we could put a tower in here too. Let's do a radio tower. Would be pretty neat. Although those are usually much higher up, but still we could do something like that. It's cool. Yeah, why not? I think that's a good idea. You guys got good ideas tonight. Not that one. What was the other one that I was looking that I saw that I liked? Yeah, I think that they usually come in like pairs or something like that. This one doesn't. Well, Doesn't have to be perfect, I don't think. Move that guy over. Yeah. Yeah, all right, that'll be cool. So then we can just do a little copy pasting. You know what? I don't want to use these because they're too thick still. So I'm gonna select an area. Where did I thin out? I'm gonna go select an area that I know is not super dense, which I think is over here. Take a second to load. Not super dense and a decent variety of trees. We don't want any of that stuff. Man, things look weird before they render, don't they? Jeez. And that's gonna delete it, so we're gonna have to not do that. Let's just do that for now, and then let's just paste down our texture. Which looks like we picked up a little gray from something. Not a big deal. And then I think we could just do a smaller copy paste sort of situation. Oops. We want the trees. There we go. And we'll move some trees around and make it pretty it up a little tiny bit. Clear out the, let's make this a little bit higher. All right, cool. Let's clear this thing. Let's dosey-dose some trees. A little tiny bit. And you know what? I'm gonna add some nicer trees a little bit closer to fill it in near the tracks, because that's gonna be important. And drag this around. Man, there's still so many other things that I need to do on this map. It's kind of crazy. It feels like I'm never gonna get done. Just with this area. This is like not even, you know, before I even move on to the next area. There's still a lot to do. Where do I get the grassy grass textures? They are from Jointed Rails website. jointedrail.com/freeware, I believe. It's on the freeware section. So again, I'm not worried about this road doing weird stuff. It's in the background. It's hiding. You're not supposed to go there. All right, and then we can put some of the nicer texture trees in the foreground. Can we see our cell tower? Oh yeah, we can see it. That's cool. That looks neat. Seems pretty fitting. I think I need to do a little bit of texturing though. Actual ground texturing. Not too happy with the way that that looks. We need more Merva. Because Merva looks like, there we go. Merva looks like underbrush. It looks like dead leaves, fallen leaves, all that kind of thing. Very good for all seasons. I do want to do a fall themed route. The main central was supposed to be a fall themed route, but there's not enough good fall assets out there. So it's going to be summertime, but or spring or something. But this Merva texture is very good for dead grass or dead leaves, that sort of thing. And it blends really well with regular living grass too, which is nice. They hang out well together. They get along nicely. Oh, I'm so itchy today. Skin is so dry. Dry winter freaking air. Killing me. All right, that's cool. Just want to move these back a little tiny bit. Is it an HD texture pack? The Merva, is the Merva HD? I don't think so. It's just off of the download station. I think it's just a regular old texture pack. As far as I understand. Make the 2-lane road go underneath the interstate. I could do that, but I mean, this is in the background. You're running a train over here. Don't go over here. That's all I'm saying. All right, we need to bring in some nicer looking trees. Where's my nicer billboard trees? These guys. And just kind of populate it a little tiny bit. And then we'll throw some grass in there. Grassy grass texture and HT pack. That I also don't know the answer to. It might be. Hello, I just want to grab this little tree. There we go. Oh, this song is way too repetitive. Gotta go. It's gotta go. Now we need to add some grass. Grass and shrubs. I usually start from like the smallest stuff, like the grass and shrubs, and then work my way up to the trees. But in this case, we're gonna do it the other way. Work our way backwards a little tiny bit. And we're gonna have to do something over here too. I guess we could put a couple trees over here, ain't a big deal. Any pizza places? I think there's a pizza place over here somewhere. Let's see. Let's see what's in this strip mall. World of Science. Now that's my kind of place. I didn't even see that before. I think there is a pizza place. Where are you? Firehouse Subs, Pawn Shop, Domino's. Yeah, there's Domino's. Oh, and a Papa John's. Even better. That's some competition right there, man. Woo. Both bad pizzas competing with each other. Who's gonna win? All right. Now I see I used some grassy stuff over here, so we should try to blend that in a little bit as well. I don't want to go too crazy. The grassy stuff is nice, but it is too much sometimes. And I think that's too much. You know what? I don't even want to use... That one's fine. I don't want to use the spline, because it's just too square. It's too easy to end up with something that looks very repetitive. The only way to do it is to use the spline and then blend it with some of these single assets. All right, shrubs. Just throw a couple in here. Maybe a bigger one. There we go. I don't want to spend too much time over here because it's just the edge of the map. And one over there. Why not? All right, so that looks a little bit better. Move this up. Populate this a little bit more. It really doesn't like you to move assets like that are right on the edge of the baseboard. It just does not. Doesn't like you to grab it. All right, so drag that in. I'm not grabbing that tree. Look at the hitbox. Oh, you can't see my mouse cursor. Never mind. The hitbox on this, I'm like a mile away from it, and it was grabbing this tree. Let's move that up. We'll move this. We're gonna move this. We're gonna move that. There we go. It's looking a little bit more filled in. Let's take a look at it from here. Yeah, you know, I don't mind that. I think this looks good. So let's do the same kind of dealie over here. Let's just copy and paste a couple of these guys. Too many, way too many. Rio Grande Loco says, is it just me or is your computer not that good at quality? I think what you're seeing is probably my stream quality. It'll look better on the playback after it's rendered, but you're looking at the stream. This is like right now. This is in 4K, so not my computer. Not my computer at all. What am I trying to do? I'm also on Wi-Fi, so that doesn't generally help things too much. It sucks because I'm upstairs and my Wi-Fi comes in at the front of my house in my living room, which I'm at the back of the house and upstairs. And obviously the front of the house and the living room is downstairs and at the front. So I have to deal with that. This tree is way too big. So I have a very good wireless router, but still just being on wireless is not good. What I need to do is set up some kind of a forwarder or whatever you call it, a signal enhancer or something like that. Just a signal booster, that's what I need. I'll just throw down a couple more pieces of grass. And I think we might be good on this area, which will make me very happy. This area has been keeping me up at night. We need to add a stop sign. The mouse cursor, why is it so big? Well, it's not even in the area that you're seeing it either. It's because I'm playing on a 4K monitor, but OBS sees it as 1080, so it's all scaled. It's all weird. Like right now, my mouse cursor is over top of the asset selection, and you probably don't even see it on the screen. So it's all scaled all wacky. All right, so we need to do this thing. A stop lane line thing. Here we go, stop line. EM. I wish it was a better way to know how far away to do this. Always guessing. Oh, that was good. That was a good guess. I'm gonna guess again. I'll probably guess wrong on this one. Oh, you know what? With this guy, he's not gonna have a stop line. And we can't put a stop line here. We do need to put a stop sign. Do I have a pick list for stop signs? No. So let's make that now. Create pick list. This is gonna be signs, I guess. It's called signs. And I use the stop signs. There was a set of stop signs that I liked. Where the heck did I use it last? Maybe I might just search it. Yeah. There was a stop sign that I really liked the way that it looked. And it's not this one. This one's nice. I still have this service pack thing did not, or whatever hotfix didn't fix this stupid swirly thing over my preview. I thought that was gonna go away, but nope. That, to me, that is the most irritating part of Service Pack 2. Absolutely the most irritating. That and the pick list problem. I think this might have been the stop sign I was using. I'll just look for a couple more. Road sign stop. There was one that I really liked. No, not that one. Although it might have been. I don't remember. Whatever. We're gonna... Oh, man, I think it was that one. Yeah, we're gonna use this one. Okay, good. All right, so we got that. We got this here. We need to... Let's add a traffic stopper here. I want to just like complete this area. So I found these traffic stoppers, which are really handy. They have different radiuses that they stop. So this is a 2 meter, and then it goes up to 12 meters. So the trains or the cars will stop all the way at the end, which is really nice when you have like a 45-degree angle crossing or something along those lines. I think I'm gonna use a 4-meter one here. Why not? It's always fun trying to line these up too. Come over just a little tiny bit more. Okay, so delete the road. Here we go. And then we need to get the... Why am I not grabbing the road? There we go. We need to get the one that has no... It's unmarked. And then we can connect it. There we go. Lovely. I'm gonna delete that and move this to here. And then I'm gonna delete this one and connect it. If I can find the spline point. There we go. Perfect. And is that the right height? Do we gotta go up? We gotta go down. That's good. That's another thing that I like about these particular stoppers is that the Atlas traffic stopper, you had to adjust the height, like you had to move it up. And this one seems to be at just the right height. So that works nicely. So let's smooth out the terrain just a little tiny bit. Maybe. Please. All right, I guess that's as good as it's gonna get. We're gonna have to do that manually. Go. Oh, I hate this tool. Most unreliable tool ever. I'm not gonna use that one. Smooth tool for the win. Nope. If you just smooth it in the right stinking direction, there we go. Can I add people? Where would you like me to add people? Oh, look at this. I didn't do this over here. Where can I add people? Let me know. I'm all for it. No grid showing. Hashtag no grid. Add a little bit of this dirt sort of look. There we go. I like that. All right, cool. Animated people are cool, but they... What the heck happened here? They, I must have deleted that center road. I think that they introduced lag. That's gonna be the running joke with me, isn't it? It's all about lag. I don't think that this is a good way to do this road, but it works for now. It looks like... Kind of looks crappy, but... It keeps the cars going. And they intersect with each other. I don't know, maybe there's another better way. I think there is a better way to lay it, but I'll maybe revisit that. Oh, I don't know. Do I want to mess with that right now? Add people on the sidewalks? Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, I don't like the way that this road is going. This does work, but it just doesn't... Let me try something. Let's just do this. Any of these guys don't really need to turn. Let's see. Let's just do this. Delete this. I just want the road to stay straight and parallel with where it is, like lined up properly. I think that might have messed it up anyway. So these guys are going to have the right of way. These guys are supposed to stop. All right, whatever. That works. That works good enough for now. What about down here? What do we got to do over here? Not that one. This one, the road doesn't look bad. I can live with that. We need to add the stop sign. Oh, I never added my stop sign to my pick list. Now I gotta... Come on, where are you? All right, there we go. Put a stop sign down, and then we're gonna add the road. What would it be? 180 degrees, right? Close enough. Road will have a stop line with the edge markings. And let's see, we're gonna have to do 2 of these. One here and probably here. Let's see if I guessed right. Yeah, this works. Oh wait, that's got the... Ooh, that's not what I want. Oh, they don't have one with the... Okay. Whatever, we just want to have the... We don't have the line there. No biggie. Alright, what else do we got to do in this area? So we put down this... Oh, I got to put a stopper here. That's the next thing. Let's just pick the stopper we had. Can I grab it from here? Yay, I did. We're going to lay this down. And we'll get this set up. And then I think we're done with this area, kind of, maybe. I'll have to take a look. Okay, I think that's good. We'll delete the road. Nope. Delete! Why is this so stubborn? I hate this. Is this not a road? Did I already set something up here? Something fishy's happening. Nope. Come back. Why can't I delete this road? What is happening? It's beeping at me. I can't grab it either. Oh, is it on? I know what's happening. It's on the Atlas layer. That's why. Yep. That's exactly what it was. All right. Move you back down. Come back thing. All right. Now this is going to be a pain to line up again. I think that's probably about center. And we got to get rid of that. Actually, I could probably delete the Atlas layer because I'm not going to be using that anymore. I just had that there so it's separate from everything else. Unmarked. Kablam. Kablam. Delete that. Move that. Yeah. And then we're going to delete this. And I think we can drag this one before it duplicates. No, we can't. I was really hoping. Not a big deal. Don't panic. We'll just connect that. And then we smooth it. Sort of, a little bit. We gotta use our smoothing tool again. Some of these roads have a tendency to float too. I don't think this one's too bad. Alright, cool. So that should work in theory. Does the super chat thing literally take money out of your bank account? It does if you give it your bank account number, but most things, if you give it your bank account number, will take money directly from your bank account. Oh, what happened here? Why do you look like that? Silly. There we go. That's better. All right, I think that looks cool. We got a stop sign there. We've got this. We've got this thing, and then... Yeah, all right, that should be good. All right, so I guess, do you guys want to know, did I fall victim to the layers thing again? I almost did. I didn't necessarily this time. Kind of did. Do you guys want me to show you really quick how to set up this TRC thing? Is that interesting to you guys? Like right now? Like I'll probably do a tutorial in the near future once I get everything totally figured out about it, but if you want, I could show you right now. What's up, Delta Gaming? Welcome. Okay, you guys are interested. So, let me save quick. Do not save session. All right, so the way that this works is very simple. So you've got your crossing gates, you've got your stopper, and you've got your we'll call it the activator, the trigger, whatever. So as far as I understand it, everything has to do with your titles, so with how you name things. So the first thing that I do is name my trigger. And what you have to do is you give it a 2-part number name. So for this one, I'm going to name it, actually, hold on. I don't know where my binder went. I have a specific numbering system for each zone. So I want to make sure I do that. And it's gone. I lost it. Whatever. I don't remember what my zone was here, but let's say that we're going to call this 30. Okay. So the first number that you plug in, 30, is your group. So anything that starts with 30 is going to be part of that group. Okay. So now you have to give it an additional number, its own unique number. The asset has to have a unique number. So for the trigger, I call it 1. So you put the ampersand, which is the and sign, number 7 on the keyboard, and then you put your number 1. So I'm calling this number 1. So 30, your first number could be any group number that you want it to be, but anything with that number falls within that group. Okay, so hit the check mark button, and then the next thing I do is go to my gates, and you're going to want to give them also the 30 because they're part of the group. That's what's going to be triggered. And then I go 30, and this is going to be number 2. And then do the other gate. It's going to be 30 and 3. And then the stopper is going to be 30 and 4. All right, so everything with the number 30 is part of this group, and that's how it's going to react. Okay, so now if we go back to our trigger and we look at it, now you'll see where it says list of attached objects to the trigger. Now you could see that it shows the 2 gates and the traffic stopper. So it's recognizing that those things are part of the group. So now what you want to do next is set the radius of the trigger. So you want to do something like, I don't know, you can go up to 1600. I'm going to go 600 for mainline in each direction. So that's how far away it's going to start looking for a train to detect if it should go down or if it should go up or whatever. Do you want to include the stay open option? And I usually check yes almost every time, and I select both. And that just means that if the train stops or reverses directions, the gates will go back up, and then go back down again once the train starts coming at the gates again. So that's that. So we set that. And then the other thing that you can set is back in your gates, you can set how long the delay is before the gates go down, how long the bell goes off, if the bell goes off the whole time. I don't like any sound, it's irritating to me, so no sound. And then you could set how many tracks to show on the sign. So I'm not going to use that because it's only 1 track and it's not that important. And that's it. So now, in theory, let me move a train over. In theory, that's it. That should work. So if I move this P&B set over here, we flip it around, slide it back. So we'll go into driver mode and just test it out. But that should be set up. So the next set, so this is number 30. This is group 30, let's say. This one down here, I would probably name 31. Or if you wanted to, you could put them on the same group, the crossings, as 30, and they'll go off at the same time when that trigger goes off, but that's not necessary. That's like if you have like a bunch of crossings that are really close and you want them all to go down at the same time. Well, let's try this out. Yeah, overwrite the session. So in theory, this should work. So we'll make sure our engine is facing the right direction. And once we start this engine, it should be within the radius to trigger the gates. So look at that. Right away, it saw that the engine was moving. Gates go down. Let's see if this car stops. So I want to go with a bigger... Oh, no, that's fine. So the 4-meter traffic stopper's fine. So now, in theory, you see how far away that engine is. If we stop him, which I just did, now the gates should go back up. The crossing should open back up. There we go. Now, the only problem that I've noticed is if you just saw that there, the car starts moving before the gates are all the way up. And I've noticed that this is an issue, that it opens up the traffic stopper before the gates are fully opened. And I think that that's just a bug within, I don't know, within TRS. So now, or TRC. So now I start the engine moving again, the gates go down, the stopper is locked. And I should be able to pull up all the way pretty much to the gates and stop, and then they should go right back up. In theory. Let's slow down a little bit. So the other thing it'll measure is if the train starts slowing down a lot, the gates will go back up until it gets to a certain distance that it needs to go down. So let's see if we stop our train here. There we go. The gates go back up. Perfect. Let's let them go all the way back up, and then we'll start the train up again just to make sure that this works. One thing I haven't checked is to make sure that it triggers in the opposite direction, but it should be fine. So now let's start going again. There we go. Wonderful. So that works. Exit driver. Don't save. There you go. That's your TRC crash course. All right. So back at this. Oh, the other thing that I forgot to mention is that you have to put, when you put your activator trigger, it has to be away from the crossing and pointed. The arrow has to be pointed to the crossing itself. And I think that that's because it's directional, so it knows where to look for those crossing assets or whatever it is that you're programming in there. But it's all has to do with naming. So if you named everything within the 30 group, you'll have a whole bunch of gates going down all at the same time. It's pretty cool. So I dig that. But what I'm gonna do is take a 2-second break here so I can go use the restroom, and then we'll continue doing some building here. So I'll be right back, dudes. And we're back. Drink some more fluid now. All right, now let me take a look here. I think we might be... Yes, this feels so much better. You guys don't understand, like, this big blank spot down here, and then this over here was just like, it really was giving me anxiety. I'm like, what am I gonna build here? It just feels so unfinished. And after I finished whatever episode that was, that I did the shopping center and shopping center part 2, And this was still not done down here. I was like, this just pains me. Pains me. I'm the type of person that likes to complete an area before I really move on to another thing. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. We can add, I guess we'll add a couple more cars, or a couple parked cars down the side of the road. And maybe we can add a couple people as you guys had requested. And then I want to move on to the next section that I want to do. So we'll add a couple parked cars quickly. So we'll spend like another 10 minutes here. Because I want to try to make as much progress as possible during this stream. You guys help me stay motivated while I'm doing some of this stuff that can be a little bit... What am I... Oh, cars. Can be a little bit boring to do by yourself. So let's see. They're gonna just rotate all over the place. So what I'm gonna do is just kind of... That's enough of that red car. I'm just gonna kind of go around and just plop a couple down, and then we'll rotate them all at once. That's the same car. I wish there was better looking cars, because these are just not so good. There we go. We'll do that one. We'll do one here. Do one here. I don't know if it's going to be better to have them spaced out all over the place, or should have them closer together. Put that guy there. Do one here, and we could do another different color here. Let's grab one of these guys. Some of these cars are better than others. Oh, I think there is like a car group too that goes, it's kind of forward. Ever listen to M83? Oh my gosh. That is a good question. I love M83. I've been listening to them before they were cool. No, but seriously, I love that band. They're really great. All right, we'll do that. I don't want to do too many more cars. We'll do one here. Why not? We'll just rotate that guy. If this was a smaller scene, like its own strip, I'd probably do like street signs and meters and that sort of thing. And you know what? That's something that maybe I'll come back and do later on. But at this point, like phase 1, as great as phase 1 is of this build, I'm kind of over it. Now that I'm over it, like I want to move on to like something else. I'm tired of looking at the same couple of areas. As exciting and great as it is to build, there's other industries along the tracks that I'm looking forward to digging into, and other scenes that I'm looking forward to building. We got a lot more, got some more grain elevators that we're going to be building. We've got a big, what is it, a steel, I forgot what it's called, some big steel industry down by Allegheny. We've got the big Allegheny yard to do. We've got a gravel industry. We've got all sorts of really fun stuff that I'm looking forward to doing. And then that even opens up the possibilities of some more operations when we do operation sessions. Next build challenge episode. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I have it planned in my head. I am aiming for... I don't have my schedule in front of me. I think my editorial calendar... I do plan these out as best as I can. I have P&B, whatever the next P&B one is, I think it's 18, to be next Friday, so a week from tomorrow. And then we'll do another main central build, and then the next build challenge will be just before Christmas, I think is the date. So that's what the schedule is currently looking like. Oh, I didn't even notice this. Look at this. We got to take care of that. So the next build challenge, I know what I'm doing, but I don't want to spoil anything just yet. It should only be one episode, I'm hoping. Would I ever consider working on the railroad? That is a great question. I did actually interview with CSX back in 2014, and they wanted me to continue with the job application process, which was pretty rigorous, but I did pass the first couple of applications, and I decided to not to. I was interested in it, but the thing was, I came to realize that the reason that I was interested in the railroad was because I was absolutely miserable in the job that I was working, and I was just looking for any sort of an out, and that was an opportunity that I could have taken, and it wasn't the right one. I decided to go with photography instead, and I told CSX I declined their offer to continue the application process. I probably could have had the job, but I decided to stick with photography and videography and that sort of thing. And that's what I do professionally now. So I'm kind of glad that I did make that decision. Because working for the railroad is not an easy job. And at the time, I was totally okay with the idea of giving up my life and everything, all my personal time and stuff like that to go work for the railroad, because I was just miserable as it was. So I was just like, whatever, I'm just miserable now. Who cares? I can give them all my time. But at really deep down, I knew that was I guess you would call it like a knee-jerk reaction. It wasn't the right thing to do. Does that look right? That looks right, I guess. We could put a stop line thing here. When's the next live stream where we're going to be doing an operating session? I'm not sure. I don't really plan out these live streams. I plan out my videos, but the live streams just they just happen for me. They happen organically, I guess, where like right now I've got a lot of work to get done on this build, so I figured a live stream would be a good way to do it. Usually it's going to sound really bad when I say this, but I tend to do my live streams when my wife isn't home. And it's not because she's like a ball and chain or something like that. So I don't want it to sound like that, but it's more like live streams are a little bit more time consuming, and I do try to do things with her. So I tend to live stream when she's out. And right now she is out doing a network event because she has her own business that she's trying to get cranking out here. It's very difficult because we just moved out here, so we don't know anybody. I especially don't know anybody. She's meeting more people than me. I don't know anybody here, and I've been here since April. I haven't made a single friend. But she's doing good, so she's not here tonight. So I tend to do any of my live streams whenever she's not home, just so I don't interfere with what she's doing. And I think maybe we should do a turning lane. Where did I see that I had oh, why am I in grid mode still? I did see that I had a invisible road somewhere. Here we go. Grab that one. And then, this is still not gonna really work. Maybe it will. That might work. I don't know. Is PNB fictional? Yes, it is. It was totally invented, not by me. It was invented by a trains user named Bill M001 back in about 2000. Well, I mean, he built it in Trains 2004. I don't know when he really got it going, but he released it originally way back, probably 2007, 2008, 2009, something like that. And it was only for Trains 2004, and I fell in love with it, and with his permission, I've kind of been trying to rebuild it since about 2009, and it's just this ongoing, ridiculously long process. So it was all his invention, and he may be here. I think he said he might pop in tonight. I do talk to him. He wrote up all this paperwork and everything that really boiled everything down about how to operate everything on this map, and it was just so super realistic, and he could do a better job explaining everything than I could, since I'm just kind of the interpreter. I took his script and I'm just kind of building off of it. But he was the original visionary. What I'm trying to do, actually, I might as well mention it while I'm talking about this. I'm trying to get him to get on a live stream with me and do, I guess, kind of like a Q&A. So I'm looking for people here. Get him on, and while I do some kind of a build, we got a motorcycle. Let's put a motorcycle down. we can all ask him questions, and he can give us answers about anything that your heart has been burning to know about. Because like I said, he knows all the details of the map since he invented it. But I want to get him on and get him on like a Skype call or something like that. And what are these people doing? Molly and Son. All right, whatever. We'll put you here. Get him on and just kind of chat. I think it would be pretty cool. And whatever I'm building at the time, he can comment on it and talk about what he was thinking when he wrote the script for everything and all that kind of deal. Why are these people so high in the air? That's what I don't understand. Is that enough people, or do I gotta keep adding people? There's a lot of girls here. Let's add some guys. Oh man, some of these are not safe. These are all women. Oh yeah, I'm under lady, of course. Jeez, male. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, I think these guys are for some of these are for stations. I think these things are real heavy on polygons, so we probably might not. Why not? Jerry, you're going to be the last person that we're going to put here. Jerry's hanging out over here. He's waiting across the street. They're very heavy on polygons. I know that much. So we don't want to go too crazy with them in this already polygon heavy area. I can't. Is he floating? He is floating. Sometimes it's hard to tell if you don't have a... I think no, he's still floating. There we go. He's a little sunken into the cement, but it's okay. All right, so let's move on to the next thing. Have a little sip of some coffee. I think that's the end of the coffee for today. It's decaf though, don't worry guys. I'm not drinking full caffeinated coffee at 7:40 at night. I'll be up until tomorrow. I'll be up until tomorrow anyway because I don't ever sleep properly. All right, let's do a save. Just because we never know. You never know what's going to happen with this game. All right. Let me go back to my checklist here. All right, I can tell you the other thing that's like just burning me all night long is the section from Old Town Junction up to Mill Creek. And I hate mainline scenery. I hate it. Like stuff like this on the left here, like the housing development and stuff, that's one thing. That's fine. I could do that. It's this sort of like through the woods, mainline, middle of nowhere. I don't know. Repetitive stuff that just drives me nuts. Oh, I replaced this bridge. I did this off camera. I replaced it with one of these. I did this yesterday morning. So the track is not... It's not bad, I guess. Some of the other ones that I saw were terrible, but this is... It's a pretty decent, nice bridge, I think. If you're curious what it is... Maybe I can tell you. So it's BDW through girder bridge spline number 1. So take your screenshot now if you want to use that. There's a whole bunch of these in different sizes and different styles. There's a triple track one. There's like ones with the walkway on the side. So there's a pretty good amount of options. So I would check that out. It's pretty good. Anyway, so this whole section, this is going up towards Mill Creek, is not, it's nothing. So I have been really loathing doing this. I replaced this bridge too. I don't know if you guys remember, this was like a trestle. I did this one the same yesterday morning or a couple days ago, like in the early morning. I think this is a pretty cool bridge sort of setup. Neat combination. I like it. But yeah, this kind of stuff really bores the heck out of me, so I think during a live stream is a good time to do it, so you guys can keep my brain occupied and help me figure out what the heck to do, aside from just copying and pasting a whole bunch of stuff over and over and over again. I think the grade through here is, I think the max grade is 3%, but I don't think it ever really gets up that high. There's no grade here. This is a 2% grade right here, coming off the bridge. I think 2 is about where I tried to keep it. It varies between 1 and 2%, I think. Ooh, we got a little kink in our track there. There we go. But I think that's it. I think it's just max. I'm pretty sure I kept it around 2% at the max. 1.21. 1.0. 1.0. Yeah, so I'll try doing that. So the new track, yeah, I tried replacing it and I just got so much lag in Junietta. So I really have no idea why, because the first time I tried it, I did it off camera and everything looked fine. I wasn't getting any lag or anything. And then I tried it again yesterday, I think, and it just, I was getting like 10 frames per second through Junietta. So I don't know what the deal is with that, but didn't seem to work too well. So for now, I'm gonna keep this track, and it looks good enough. This is what I've been using since the beginning of time. So I'll stick with this. If somehow the higher detail track works at some point, or there's a lower poly version of high detail track, I don't know, whatever, then I'll try that. But replace the track, save, then restart the game. Yeah, all right. This is his track, the inevitable result. We could try it. I don't know though, if I do that during a live stream, I might break the stream. So I will try that afterwards and report back to you guys. But I think for the most part, what I'm gonna do right now is just do some copy pasting along the main line, and I think this is probably why it just bores me to tears to do this, because it's just very repetitive. And I don't want to paste the height. But yeah, I'll try doing that track if that's the case. That sounds like it sounds like that's probably what the problem was. The game just needed to refresh it. Trains can be very temperamental like that. Doesn't like change. We got to change out these crossings through here too. Try to like mix things up a little bit, and then I'm gonna once I put these down, I'll mix them around. Just trying to get like the assets that I need where I need them. So pick lists are shot. There we go. Clear that, and then we're just gonna drag some stuff around. I think if I ever do a large scale build, let me rephrase that. The next like P&B large scale style type of build that I do is not gonna have any countryside mainline. It's just gonna be like a big industrial thing or something like that, because as much as I love doing this kind of scenery and stuff like that, it's just this mainline stuff just drives me nuts. Unless I could really spend time and like populate it with lots and lots of different types of, I don't know, like a huge variety of things trackside, then maybe I'd, do this. But right now I don't really have a whole lot of ideas for populating this with anything that's other than a bunch of trees and shrubs and grass. Let's grab that guy. I'm overthinking the placement for trees. I don't know what that means. How much longer till the stream ends? Are you trying to... What are you trying to say? I don't know. Let's see. Maybe another hour or so. Keep it going. Like I said, I want to try to get a lot of this irritating type stuff out of my way right now. And then I could do some of the other off-camera stuff that is not so boring. I do need to start recording next week's video at some point too. Next Friday's video. I didn't get to get a video for this week because of the holiday and everything, and I've got back really late Sunday night. And I've been trying to catch up all week long, grocery shopping and trying to cook food and all that kind of stuff. Because I usually do all my cooking on the weekends. So since I wasn't here over the weekend, couldn't do any of that. This is boring. All right, maybe I will do something else then. If this is boring you guys, then... I mean, it's boring to me, so it's probably boring to you guys. I just figured I could do some of this sort of stuff and chat with you while I do it. All right, let me think of what else we could do then. Let's see. Well, we need to replace these crossings, so let's do that. Let's get rid of this old stuff. Now, I had this loop here set up as a way to like time out the crossing if there was anything stored on this siding here. So we can get rid of all that. Don't need it no mo. And then we'll set up another TRC thing. Nope. There we go. Let's see. Now, the other TRC crossings, the fixed ones, I haven't tried yet, so I'm kind of interested in... I don't know what these all mean. Like, the 30 degree... I thought it says TRC US M plus 30 degrees, one track. So you would think that that meant that it's a 30 degree crossing, but it's not. The track and the gates are parallel. Just the same. Oh, unless the connection point... Oh, I see. Yeah, so the connection point for the road is actually on 30 degrees. Interesting. Okay. It just wasn't that obvious. It looked like it was just regular 90. So let's see. We got to do 2 tracks. I wonder if this is going to screw up how parallel these are. Yeah, these tracks are a little bit closer together. So I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to do just the... We're not going to do that way. We're going to do the... We're going to do these. 1, 2... And we're going to need 2 down here. Try to do this all at once. I guess, you know what, we could do that for the rest of this stream. Or for a little bit during the stream. Get all these crossings done, because that might be a little bit more interesting. And then we can test them out as we go. Let's see, 90 degrees. Oh, I gotta reconnect the tracks too. That's the other thing. The TRC stuff, I put a link in the chat earlier, but you guys were saying that the link didn't work, which is weird because it works for me. So I don't know why. I don't know why that would be an issue for you guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the 12 meter stopper and I'm going to put it in the middle of these two. And then I might not even need... Yeah, 12 meters is fine. That way they don't stop, the cars don't stop so close to the tracks. To the gates. That looks good. We'll do it down here. Just trying to do this in bulk since they're right next to each other. Might as well. Good. Let's reconnect our track because that's what we gotta do. We can delete that piece. Connect and delete all these. Straighten it out again. Okay, that's good. Good and parallel. What's up, Railhead Railfan? We're just doing some work around the P&B to get some of these odds and ends finished up so I can eventually release this thing. There's a lot of little odds and ends that need to get done. That don't necessarily make for a very good YouTube video, but for a live stream, it's not bad. It's not bad. I don't know, maybe you guys can say maybe it's awful, but you're still watching, so it can't be that bad. So we're gonna... I gotta delete... Oh, wait. Where's... Is this... Nope. I gotta attach the proper road. So what we want to do is make sure that our road stays straight. And we'll connect that guy there, and then we're gonna... I think we can just connect this guy right to it. That's fine. And then we could delete this, and we can add our railroad Xing. I think it's this one that we want. Do the same on the other side. And that's gonna make a weird... Let's just move this. It's gonna be kind of weird, I think. It's gonna be weird, but it will survive. We'll level that out. All right, cool. So that's hooked up. I think this could be dragged back a little bit more. I never know how far to drag these. Like I think it's just before it repeats is usually where you want it. Try to keep it straight. There we go. Okay. Do the same over here. I got my eye on the stream, boys. Play nice. Sorry. We're not driving trains today. Maybe at the end, just before we're done, we might drive some trains. But today is, if you read the title, this is building on the PNB. I think we're gonna be good with that. Odds and ends is right. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but if you're not just hanging out and having fun, I mean, I'm not making you watch. I'm not holding you here. This is what I'm looking for. From Brazil, welcome. What's up? When will the route be released? Yeah, you know, I keep saying soon, you know, but it's as soon as all this, like, all these little odds and ends, like, the main builds are done. I just got to fill in all these little spots that I kind of skipped over, like, a while ago. So, and some new stuff came up, like these TRC systems, so I'm trying to update to that. So really, I'm aiming and I'm hoping for end of this year. But, you know, I can't put a date on it. Like, all I can say is as soon as this stuff is over with. The stuff that I've been doing tonight, which is boring, which is why I didn't do it before, obviously, because it's boring. Once all that kind of stuff is completed, then I can absolutely release it. So it's all gonna get done in due time. I do, you know, unfortunately, I do work a full-time job and I'm married and all that stuff. I don't have any kids, but, you know, my time is pretty limited. I probably can put in a couple hours a week at most into getting these builds put together. Come on. So it can be a slow process. As anybody who builds and trains knows, that it can take a long time to get certain things done. Move some of this stuff around. But yeah, so I mean, what's left on here is just some mainline scenery. I got to set up these crossings. I need to set speed limits. I need to adjust the signals. But some of it, you know, the way that I'm thinking is some of it I can release this map sort of as a version 1. And as we complete more of the build, we can kind of revisit some of these areas that are done, and redo them or finish them or update them or do whatever, you know, that sort of deal. So, all right, let's add the TRC trigger thingamajiggy. Put it here like that. Oh, so we need one for each. Hopefully this actually works properly. Just like that. What was the question? Where did I see it? Where did I get the crossings from? Just, I don't know. Try searching TRC on Google, I guess. I don't know. I'll put the link in here again. Let me try something. Here, try this link. See if that works. I shouldn't be drinking seltzer when I'm doing this. It's gonna make me burp. And that's not the best thing to do during a live stream. Let's see, crossing. We need the JR. What do we want here? Do we want rubber or do we want wood? We want wood. They have an old wood. I don't want that one. None of these crossings are quiet zones. That is correct. Originally in Old Town, I had the crossing set up to be stop and flag. But I've kind of, it doesn't really work too well in trains, so I've set them to go off pretty close to when the engine is there, so that's about as close as we can get to stop and flag. No quiet zones though, anywhere. Let's see, can I do this with just 2 instead of 3? Oh, we can. Okay, we can just barely squeeze it on there with 2 of these. Cool, that looks good. All right, so we got that. We got the trigger things down. You know what? Let's program these and then we'll test them, and we'll that involves running a train briefly. So, what am I trying to do here? I need to do this. And let's see. I did the Old Town so I can look at my numbering system. So Old Town is in the 4s. It was actually supposed to be 400s. So I don't know if TRC supports anything up that high. So anything around Old Town will get a 4. So let me just make sure we went up to over here. This is 46. So we can do these as 47. We're going to go out of the 40s though, which stinks. I'll have to write these down because the problem is if you start duplicating numbers, it's going to cause hangups. What's up, Chris Scott? Welcome. So what did I say? 47? So 47. Wait, we don't want to start with this one. Or do we? Which one is, where are we? Where am I? Yes, we want to start with this one. So 47. We want to start on the main line. 47 and 1. This will be 47 and 2. This will be, actually this should be 47 and 2. 47 and 2. Yes. I'm going to change this one. So this one's going to be 47 and 3. And then up here will be 47 and 4. No. This has got to be... Whoa. My brain went off. My brain went off there. So this is going to be 47 and 1. This one's 47 and 2. This has got to be 48. 48 and 1. 48 and 2. But now, does that make sense? I don't think that this needs to be a new number. I think we're gonna be all right with that. Let's move this back. All right, so we'll do these ones first. What's nice about this TRC thing is that you don't have to connect all the invisible track and all the wiring and all that nonsense. You just plug in some numbers. So we called this 40. Oh man, my brain is not. 47 and 1. Okay, so 47 and 1, 47 and 2. This should be 47 and 3. So 47 and 3. This one will be 47 and 4. The stopper will be 47 and 5. All right, so now we can go back to these, and we could set up our distance. Let's go 600. We'll go 600 both directions. Good. Stay open. Yes. Both. Okay, trigger scenery crossing. Okay, good. So that's that one. Same with this one. Do 600. And we'll do 600 on this one. Oop, not 6,000, 600. Stay open. Both. Okay, that should do that. We'll configure this. Blah, blah, blah. No sound. We'll say this is going to say 2 tracks. That's the only thing I configure on the gates is just the tracks, because it defaults to no sound. I don't like the bell ringing. It drives me nuts. I'm one of those people that just like a constant like repetitive noise just makes me I don't know, just go out of my mind. I hate it. All right, so 47 and 2. So we're gonna go. This one's gonna be 600. 600. Yes, both. Oh, we didn't do. I gotta do this too. 47 and 3 is what this is gonna be. We gotta name these. 47 and 3. What is already named 47 and 3? Oh, 48 and 3. 48 and 3. 48 and 3. 48 and 3. 4. 48 and 4. This one will be 5, 4, 8, and 5. What's up, Roger Hampson? These crossings do not take way too long to set up. It seems like they do, but it's really just numbering. Hold on one second. Boeing fan is Skyping me. It sounds like it's something important. All right, everything's okay. Okay, where am I? I'm in the middle of 48.5. So it doesn't take that long to set up. I mean, these are done. Like, they can work now. Unlike the Atlas ones where you have to give them a number, you have to run all the wiring, you have to add a trigger, you have to add a stopper, you have to add the other thing. This is it. Like, this is ready to rock. Did I set both of these up already? Oh, I did. I think should be good to go. So let's So we can let's give it a test. Let's grab an engine or a train. Let's try it out. Test it out. Oh, you were watching my old P&B videos. I hope you enjoyed them. The route will be freeware, yes. Yes, it will. All right, let's see. Make sure we did this correctly. We're getting some lag. That's weird. Where's the high junction overlays? Can't stand that. So I don't remember what the speed limit is here. All right, so the gates are already going down. That's a good sign. Traffic is stopped. That is good. Did we trigger the other one too? Is my question. No, not yet. So again, just to illustrate for those guys who just showed up, if I stop the train, well, let's see, we might have passed our threshold, but if I stop the train or if I start to reverse it, the gates will go back up. So we are stopped. We might have crossed, I think if you cross the trigger, it won't work. But if we start reversing directions, they will go back up. There we go. And again, the bug, whatever that bug is, that the gates, it opens up the crossing before the gates actually go up. Not the end of the world. But now if we start going forward again, the gates will go back down. So let's just test this other one, make sure we didn't screw this up. So these gates are down, that's good, good sign. So what I want to do is just blow past this because I want to test this in the other direction because that's something I haven't done yet was test any of these going in the other direction. Are there going to be more P&B videos? Yeah, there's supposed to be I'm hoping to get a P&B video next week is the plan. I'm going to try to record over the weekend, but I have a whole lot of like holiday fun things planned for the weekend, so I'll have to see what I can do, but we will be moving on to a new build in a new section of the map. So that's exciting. All right, so gates go up. Kind of weird that they go up before the train totally clears the crossing, but not the end of the world. I want to see what happens when we run it in reverse, back the other way. Can I incorporate some street running on the route? Not that I could think of offhand. Okay, look at that works. I can't think of a spot where I could put street running, but maybe I could figure something out one day. Let's stop it and make sure that it goes back up. Okay, gates go back up because we're slowing back down. Speed it up again, gates go back down. Cool. So you see how great this works. It's very realistic. Although the flashers seem to be bugging out a little tiny bit. But there are, there's some buggy issues, but it's much better than the Atlas crossings. They don't time out, they don't get stuck down, they don't get stuck up and stay up. They're much more accurate. The only thing that I did notice is that when you split a train, they tend to get a little bit kind of squirrely, but the route will not be compatible with Trains 12. It's being built in Trains A New Era. Wow, we are definitely going to run this one. I'm surprised that this... Or maybe it's calculated that we won't cross it? No. Whatever, so it is still a little buggy. It's better than Atlas. We're gonna exit out that. The engines, I don't know. I can't answer if they're gonna be pay aware. I think that the engine that you see me having here, this one and the GP38 will be pay aware, I believe. I would like to have some freeware available as well to go with it, but the nicer engines will be pay aware packs. I gotta fix my road. I mean, honestly, I don't really know what the whole plan is for releasing it because I haven't gotten there yet. I'm still a little ways away from that, so I don't know how we will do it via jointed rail. I don't know the guys who made the engines and did the skin for me what they're gonna want, you know. So that's that. Let's move some of that out of the way. Challenge is to do a build with only built-in content. That would definitely be a challenge. Will there be Amtrak on the P&B? There'll be some kind of commuter passenger sort of thing, whether it be Amtrak or maybe not Amtrak. This needs to get scenicked. So let's go down and find our next crossings. Oh, you know, we should do the oil refinery while we're over here. And then I could put a big check mark on this area for being done with the crossings. Now these are going to get very challenging, I believe. Let's get rid of all this. These are probably on the Atlas layer, yeah. You know what, I should just merge this to the route layer. Yeah. And then I don't have to worry about that anymore because I'm not using the Atlas stuff. We're gonna get rid of that, get rid of that. Get rid of this and that. And I can get rid of the triggers as well. All right, so we got that. Let's get rid of, oops. I'm gonna get rid of this trigger too. No, maybe not. I'm gonna keep that trigger. I wanna move it though. Where is this trigger on a, maybe this trigger might be on its own layer. Track marks. That's what it is, track mark, not a trigger. On its own layer, move that just out of the way. Bring that over there. Do I take the dare, the challenge, you mean? Maybe. I don't know. I don't want to spoil what I have in store for my build challenges. That kind of thing. I am compiling a list of all your suggestions, though, I'll tell you that. So we really, well, yeah, I guess we do need one here. Do we want gates or no gates for here? Probably gates, right? Would we want gates because this is oil trains? That would make sense, right? Or maybe not. I don't know. We'll do no gates. I like the look of no gates for whatever reason. It just feels dangerous. I'm gonna move that way. I think this one's gonna be, this one and then this one are gonna be very, very tricky to set up. I'm a little concerned about how that is gonna go, but we'll see. Run 8. Some of you guys have mentioned Run 8 before. I haven't checked it out yet. It does look pretty cool. It does look fun. Personally, I'm more into the building aspect of it and the building and I guess like the logistics. Like the thing I like about the P&B is thinking about what trains are going where and making up new consists of cars and that sort of thing. So I'm not a big fan of just like hopping into a train and then being like, okay, we're gonna drive over here and then drive down to this yard. It's not really my thing, but if there's more switching and stuff like that involved, then I'd probably be into it. I just don't have time. I don't have time for a lot of this stuff, but like I've looked at Train Sim World also, and it would be really fun to play, but I don't have the time. I have enough time each week to make one episode, to do a build, and then edit it together, and then start the next thing. So that's usually how it goes for me. I don't really have a whole lot of other downtime in between. And if I do, I'm playing other games, something else that I can relax to. I like playing Factorio and play Minecraft with my wife occasionally. So I like doing that kind of stuff if I'm not playing Drains, just to kind of relax and not have to do something that's super creative. But I really don't have a whole lot of downtime, truth be told. Are we, what kind of angle am I on here? Okay. So this is what concerns me about this, is that they're going to stop really, 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 really close to the tracks, but I think that's a risk we're going to have to take. Just want to make sure this is centered properly. It's hard to tell. I'm trying to go by that center line, but it's really hard to tell on this perspective. All right, that looks cool. So let's just, no, that's not what I want to do. I want to delete the road. And then I can connect the road to the thing. I have to figure out where that other piece was. There it is. And then we can connect to this. It's gonna be interesting, to say the least, I think. I'm gonna lower it to about there. Right now, most of these industries are just for show. I do want to add the, like the multiple industry new, whatever it's called, tracks that you can actually use to load. Because that's the thing that makes the P&B very cool and very appealing to me, is that once you get your train cars on there and you start getting loads and empties, every car that you load or empty has a spot somewhere else on the map. So you can pretty much load a session and then just run it forever and never have to, you know, update anything. So that's what I like about that. So I do need to make them at some point interactive, but for now they're not, just for time's sake. All right, let's see. What else I got to do? I need to add the things, the TRC things. These, the triggers, TRC triggers. Make sure it's facing the right way. All right, that's good. All right, so I still have this here. What is Atlas trigger 4? Okay, so I'm still in the 4s. So I need to, I'm gonna run out of numbers. I'm gonna run out of 4 numbers, so. What was the last one I did over here? Was it 48? 49? Where are we? This one. This is number 48, so we could do 49 over here. Okay, 49 and then I guess 50. Those are going to be the next ones. 49 we'll do here. So this will be 49 and 1. This will be 49 and 2. Hold on one second. And then this one will be 50. 50 and 1. And then we gotta name these as well. So this will be 50 and 2. Can I grab that one? Nope. I got the tree. 50 and 3, 50 and 4. And then this one will be 49 and 3, right? 3, 49 and 3, because it's 1 and 2. It'll be 3. This will be 49 and 4. 49 and 4. And then we can test these. I didn't put a stopper in here. Get it together, Joe. Stopper. Maybe 8 meters might be the right size. Yeah, we'll say 8 meters. I don't think this road doesn't really have a whole lot of traffic on it, so I think we'll be all right. Won't be a big deal. Try to get it centered and the right angle. That's always the tricky part, is matching the angle, I think. All right, so we're gonna delete that road. Delete. Ooh, that did the whole thing. I thought I saw another attachment point over there. I guess not. Another spline point. We'll put it there. Delete. And then we'll just connect it just like this. Connect you just like that. Maybe not. We won't do that. We're gonna do... We'll do that. So that way it still matches the curve that I had. And it looks like we need to come down a little tiny bit with the height of this. For some reason. For some reason it was floating a little bit. There we go. And then this was 49 and 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be 5. 49 and 5. And then we can test this one out. And I think... Oh, we have to refresh it. You have to go back when you do this. You got to go back to the trigger so that it refreshes the attached objects. And then we got to do all this fun stuff. So this one will do 200 meters in both directions. Stay open, yes, because it's a siding. We want it on both. Same thing here. I wish there was a way to like copy all the copy the information and then paste it into another thing. Stay open, both. Good. That should do that. And we check this. And we'll do 600. 600. Stay open, both. Cool. And then just double check this. No bell. And we'll check this one, and then we're gonna test it. There's no sound. Okay, good. And we can put the track numbers on this one too, because it's got 2 tracks. I feel like it's not necessary for one track, but we'll do it for 2. And I think that should do it. Let's grab an engine. Sure, this Conrail one will do. And then we'll just give it a little test real quick. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, that triggered right away for that one. Now what if we switch the track? So that triggered right away. That's good. That's a good sign. Switch the track. That's fine. Let's check this one. This one triggered right away as well. What I want to see is... Are we moving? Yeah. What I want to see is what happens with the tank cars. Let's say if we pick up like part of the... few of these tank cars, not all of them. I want to make sure that this stays, that this deactivates, turns off. going really quick just to make this go quick. Like I said, yeah, there's not a whole lot of traffic on this road, so we are not in bad shape for that. Catch you later, Anthony. Thanks for hanging out. See you next time. Because I think the thing that I'm concerned about is the radius of the trigger. So if I pull some of these cars, if I start to pull them, and it thinks that it's part of the train, they might trigger it, even though they're not moving. Let's just start to pull them up. And that should reactivate the gates already. Yep. I should shorten the radius so that it's not so it's not triggered already, but that's okay. Come on. All right, that should be enough. So let's just leave some of these cars. And I want to see what happens. If the gates will stay triggered or not. Do I do much real life rail fanning? No, I don't. I would like to, but I don't really know where to go. I'm not too familiar with the area that I'm at, where I live, and I don't have a whole lot of time to do it. So, and I'm not the type that wants to go out and just do a photograph just to like photograph a train. Like if I'm gonna shoot a train, I want to do something dramatic. I want to catch it in some really cool scenery or something. So let's see. So this thing is still activated. I think it's because it's seeing this train here. So let's just flip that switch and see what happens. All right, so that was that. And I need to see what is going on here. Oops. All right, so I don't know why that triggered again. I think it's still seeing this as part of the train, these tanker cars down here. That's my guess, at least. Because I think this guy should be clear. Let's get him. Let's go all the way out of the way, just to make sure. Yeah, I mean, I would like to railfan a little bit more, but I really don't have the time to spend like an afternoon just waiting for trains to show up. Like if I knew that something was going to come by at a certain time, that'd be one thing, but I can't just go camp out next to a rail crossing and then sit there for a couple hours and hope to see something. I don't have time for that. I've got way too much other stuff going on. Even on the weekends, like I'm just too packed doing stuff. All right, let's check this again. Yeah, so we're gonna have to change the radius of that. That seems to be an issue. So we'll have to deal with that. I'm not gonna save that. All right, so let's just turn that down. I think I set it for way too high anyway. It should probably be like 100 or 150 or something. I got it to 600. I'm just gonna do one. We'll do 100. Why not? So we'll do that, and then I'm gonna save this quick. And then you guys are gonna have to excuse me for just a moment. I have to do a phone call very briefly. I hate to do that, but it should only take about a minute or two, so I'll be right back. Sit tight. Hang on. Sorry about that. All right, sorry about that, guys. I had to. I'm trying to plan a trip. I needed to do something. Oh man. All right, sorry. I'll be right back once again. Sorry. All right, sorry about that. Might have to wrap this up in just a moment. It's just one thing after the other. All right. Let me just think if there's anything else I want to do before I wrap this up. Probably want to turn down the... Sorry, I'm just like running back. Probably want to turn down these sensors too. Probably like the minimum for this one. And then turn this one down to 50 also. Maybe we'll do 100. And then we'll test that out and see how that does. And then I think that that will have to do it. Let's move this one up a little bit. And we set this to 100, which should be good enough. And I think let's give that a try. And we'll see. Oop, I always do that. I always click the session building thing. I don't think the Profig trees work in Tane, last I checked. I could be mistaken, though. Where are we? We want to go down here. So I want to check. I guess we should check check this one first. So I set it, what did I set this one to, 100? I think that should be probably good. Let's hide these junction overlays. They're irritating, drive me nuts. I have no idea what the audio for the game sounds like to you guys right now. I think I have it like turned all the way down to 10% or something like that. There we go. Okay, that's good. So now what I want to do is just grab this cut of cars and again, just see if we pull part of the cars out, if it'll leave this triggered or not. So far, it looks good. These should shut off by now. Yep. I'm also curious if I stop some cars on this siding here, what that's gonna do. So we'll test that too. Take a look, see what happens. No sound from the game. I could turn it up. We could turn it up a little bit higher and see what happens. I think I usually have it on maybe 60 for you guys. That's like really loud for me. There we go. So just grab like, I don't know, half of these cars, 3 or 4 of them. Catch you later, Chris Scott. Thanks for hanging out. We'll be wrapping up pretty soon as well. All right, so we left that cut there. We'll see if this like screws things up. Curious, I need to know. So these gates haven't gone off yet. I suspect that this is just like the first generation of this TRC thing, that it's only going to get better from here. Oh, we're getting pretty close. It hasn't triggered yet. There it goes. I think it's only going to get better. So I think maybe we'll put the 3 cars on this siding here and just see what happens, since that's what we did last time when we were running trains. That should open up right away. Yep. Oh yeah, I gotta do these junctions too so that they're shorter. I always forget about that. All right, so let's see if we can park these on the siding here without totally screwing everything up. So far, so good. I just want to see how close I can get without totally destroying everything. It looks like we might be able to go right up to the edge of the road. Will they trigger it all, though? Well, we might not trigger it at all. Okay. So we found a bug, or we found something. So that triggered. Interesting. I wonder why. I wonder what happened there. I don't know why that triggered the way that it did. I'll have to investigate that further. Now I'm curious if it's going to turn off. Yeah, it did. Let's see if we detach our engine. If that screws anything up. Nope. All right, so this is exactly what I wanted it to do. Oh wait, we're not detached. What happened? So Control D, uncouple. We'll just leave it. Oh, so now that set it off. Oh, no, it went off. Okay, I think that's good. I think that's good. We're in good shape. I think that will conclude that test. Let's exit out of driver. All right, dudes. Well, we've been streaming for about 3 hours. I think that is gonna do it for today. Let's see if we can get back into Surveyor without crashing anything. There we go. Delete this guy. So that was cool. We got some stuff done that was pretty troublesome, bothering me, keeping me awake at night. So I'm happy about that. So that's pretty cool. I'll get some more of the scenicking and the really boring stuff done off camera. All this sort of mainline stuff that I really am dreading doing, but it's got to get done. I'll do that off camera and keep you guys posted on all that sort of stuff. And maybe I could do another live stream before the next episode, but I'm not too sure. So stay tuned to the I don't know, the social media things, or hit the bell so you get a notification when I go live. But that is gonna do it for today, my friends. Thank you so much for hanging out, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a nice night. Have a nice weekend.